The M4A1-S Electrum from the Death Hand collection is a very beautiful looking skin and is currently very underrated. During this market crash. A lot of people are currently not going for these skins because it's in the active drop pool and people don't expect a lot from it. But for example, compared to the Genesis terminal, it's the same issue here with this terminal. Most people are buying these skins up on third-party websites and the supply is actually not increasing because people are selling them to each other rather than buying from Valve directly. This only happens when these terminals are new. Only then most people actually buy from the terminal itself because prices are kinda alright, I would say. And such a beautiful looking skin has crashed all the way from 80 euros up on the Steam community market to 7 euros right now. I think it's generally an all-time low and we could be going maybe slightly up from this point, but don't always expect it because the market is very volatile and during this summertime a lot of people are actually panic selling and we can actually abuse it because a lot of these skins are very cheap. We have certainly reached all-time lows for these skins, so during these times it could be a great smart idea to go ahead and pick these up, ever since also the battle scout conditions are very demanded. The green up on the battle scout conditions is way darker and some people actually prefer it because it's better for some loadouts. The scratches are limited up on this gun. Most of the time just the color is way darker up on pretty nice battle scout conditions. But field tested is also a sweet spot and these skins are so cheap and they can generally be used up in trade-ups and be completely gone in the near future because most people actually don't buy these skins as investments, they buy them as play skins, and this is the most important part, that these skins are very liquid and for such low prices I would be certainly entering the market, but always make your own research up on these investments because at the end of the day the market is very volatile. We never know what Valve is gonna do with it. Just like with the Armory, a lot of Armory investments have crashed in price because Valve has kept them for way too long, and also people are speculating that the Overpass collection could be removed just in a couple of months, very shortly after the new collections have been introduced. The gold trade-up update pretty much has affected every single skin up on the market, but as you can see these skins were selling in the factory new condition for also 60 cents and right now we're selling for 59. Yes, the clutch case is not the most desirable one, but we're talking here about the factory new condition, and the factory new condition has actually a lot of demand just because they get used up as feelers for trade-ups, and this collection has gloves inside, so the floats are very important up on these, and that's why I will be definitely accumulating these, waiting for a lot of people to maybe open the clutch case one day, so the supply is super limited, and a lot of the gloves inside could be maybe even more popular just because they're gonna be the OG gloves of CSGO, of CS2, you know what I mean? But this is just me predicting. We can always look into the future, but it can take several years, and by the time it happens maybe this game is not gonna be around anymore. Obviously that's not my prediction. I think the game is gonna be here for a very long time, but the Dreams and Nightmare case is not getting discontinued next. I think the Revolution case will certainly be removed out of the active drop pool. Maybe 1 or 2 active duty collections like the Beryl collection or like the Essen collection, somewhere along those lines. I think there's a lot of possibility as well in those collections, but also the Dreams and Nightmare case is just very stable. It can never be a very bad investment, I would say, ever since up on third-party websites you can buy them for very cheap. You can see selling very often up on the community market and 3 million requests to buy these. Once it actually gets discontinued, the upside potential could be enormous. Obviously they've been very long in the active drop pool system, but they also get opened very often. I don't like the Shadow case so much, opening it, you know, but as an investment I think it definitely has solid fundamentals. Ever since we've been selling for 2 euros and 60 cents, we've reached 2 euros and 20 cents up on third party websites, even cheaper, and as you can see this case is actually very bullish right now. It's rising up on the market, which is something very rare nowadays because in the current economy everything is dropping. Most of the cases haven't even started to recover, but the Shadow case is definitely clutching up right now and definitely has a lot of bright future ahead of it. And to be honest, I think it could be a solid entry point to buy some of these clutch cases up on third-party websites. Obviously these are even cheaper. We've been selling up on the Steam community market for 1 euro and 35 cents already, even slightly more expensive. As you can see, it is pretty much insane. And this is for example just a pink skin from the clutch collection, the USPS Cortex, and as you can see we're currently exploding up on the markets. This skin is rising, meanwhile the whole CS2 economy is collapsing, and that's why I think these skins from the clutch collection have a lot of potential. The minimal wear condition has been also pretty solid, slightly going lower, but this is an anomaly in my opinion. Also, it is very important to remember that some of these cases, just like this Gamma case, at a certain point in time these cases were selling for 8 euros and 42 cents and 15,000 pieces of these were sold, and we've been going lower and lower, and meanwhile nobody is buying these cases because they seem kind of expensive for the average buyer, right? I think it definitely has the fundamentals and potential. Only 12,000 listed, meanwhile there's over 640,000 requests to buy these, starting at 4 euros and 27 cents, 15 pieces. A lot of people are still opening these cases as well, so they have very great fundamentals. As I said, always been rising the cases in the CS2 economy, so that's why I think it's definitely a great entry point buying them in bulk up on third-party websites. And if you have Snakebite cases, I would be definitely not selling them right now, ever since we've been selling for almost 90 cents up on the Steam community market, and ever since crashed down like 30% almost, or 25. It is pretty insane in my opinion that you can buy them up on third-party websites for around like 50-40 cents. And if you're interested in other CS2 investment videos, definitely go ahead and watch my other videos as well. We're doing currently a giveaway up on this channel. We're giving away this Glock 80 Nuclear Guardian for one of you lucky viewers. We'll be revealing the winner in 1 week. I wish to all of you the best of luck. If you want to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video and comment something down below.